If we were standing in your physical shoes, the way we would sort this out is we would say, first of all, I am not the creator of my friend's experience. And the thing that goes wrong for most of you who are very well meaning, when you want to bring an end to struggle, when you say, I want to heal what is sick, you've activated what's sick and you don't feel so good, you can feel that you're doing it. Or when you say, I want to bring an end to this struggle, you just perpetuate the struggle because the thing that you're focused upon is the thing that's most active in your vibration. So your work is to do your best to actively dramatize the aspects of what is right now in a positive way. In other words, you want to soothe this person into a better feeling vibrational place right now. So hear the difference in some things you might say. You could say, well, you're doing pretty good, but things aren't going that well. And so we've got to improve the way you're doing. So we've got to find some better way of lining up energy. Well, if you were in her physical shoes, that would not set very well, would it? Or you could say, you know, I think everything happens for a reason. And I think we try too hard to try to quantify all of those reasons instead of just being in the now. So let's look at the best we can, the positive aspects of what's happening right now. And then just do your best to talk about there are all kinds of things that can happen in your now if you're open, if you will make the best of where you are. There are gifts from this moment that if you can start to enjoy them can change the vibrational tone and then yield you even more gifts that you might be choosing. That really is the secret, you say. And if there was ever a situation where much of the world would say, well, Abraham, good grief, how do you expect them to find anything good about that? We have to shout back at you. We expect you to always find something good about wherever you are because that's who you are. That's who your inner being is. That's what creation is. Creation is tweaking and adjusting the vibration so that you begin to allow the well-being that wants in. We want you to see it. The well-being is a strong signal, always permeating, always extended to you. Extended to you, extended. It's right there, it's extended. And anything that you do that causes her to soften her resistance and let just a little more of it in, not only feels better in her moment, but gives her more moments in which to live. So you want to say to her, we're not looking for a cure, we're looking for a joke. We're not looking for a solution to all problems. We're just trying to get the static out of the room. We're just looking for the best thing we can find right here and now, you see. Let's get together and let's have some laughs. Let's remember some good times. Let's try to find something to focus upon that feels better. I didn't come to save you. I came to play with you. I didn't come to take you from sickness to wellness. I came to cheer you up a little bit and to cheer me up a little bit. I came for the emotional journey because I know we can succeed in the emotional journey. I can't take you from sickness to wellness today, but I can take you from grumpy to happy. I can take you from solemn to playful. I can take you from feeling uncomfortable or feeling angry to feeling hopeful. I can do that. I have the power to do that because I've been practicing when I'm not with you. I can do that, you see. So then as you achieve it on your own and then you achieve it there and you start enjoying the emotional journey, then you start noticing that everything begins to shift once energy shifts. Why do you think that every disease rampages at huge proportion after diagnosis? Because you focus upon this thing that you feel powerless about. And as you focus on this thing that you feel powerless about, what kind of an emotional journey do you take? From hope to despair, you say. So you just want to start pointing the journey in the other direction. So you don't say to your friend, I think you will live forever. You don't believe that about anybody. So your words are empty and hollow when you offer something like that. But you can believe that you can make her smile. And you can believe that you can have a cheerful moment together. And so as you just reach for that, a little of that, and a little of that, and a little of that, you go from not believing to believing. In other words, we cannot coach you into guiding her to wellness, even though we know that she could achieve wellness. But there's too much of a vibrational gap in your vibration to take you that far that fast. You've got to make some movement up the emotional scale before you can help her make that movement, you see. The emotional journey is everything. It's everything. And it's simple. But you gotta care about the buzz. You gotta be not willing to put up with it. You gotta be willing to accept that you can tune it out and be willing to try. And when you start being more insistent about feeling better in more situations, you'll clean up your vibration one little buzz at a time. And then you won't find yourself in a situation where you have a manifestation that you're trying to get around. It's so much easier to clean it up before it manifests than after. But it doesn't matter. There is nothing that you cannot achieve. We're not giving this to you because we want you to save your friend's life, because your friend's life is not in jeopardy. She will continue to live. And we're not trying to get you to save her life. There is no such thing as death. It's always life, and it's always good. And not spend so much time comparing the experiences that everybody's having in order to want to condemn one as a bad thing or to pronounce something else as a good thing. It's all good, you see. Now just do the best you can to enjoy the moment that you have as much as you can. Most of you are so worried about death you don't allow yourselves to live, you see. You're never close to death. You're always alive, and you're as alive as you allow yourself to be in this moment. And so, as you're focused in your now, what are you doing now? Are you allowing yourself to live fully, or are you worried about something? So your friend says, I got plenty to worry about. I'm justified in worrying. And we say, nobody's justified in worrying. Nobody's justified in worrying. It's just the excuse you're using not to allow yourself to live fully now. There's no justification for worry because there's nothing worth worrying about because you're eternal beings and you can't die. So now that one's wiped off. What are you going to worry about? Well, somebody could mistreat me. No, they can't. Nobody can mistreat you if you don't achieve a vibration that attracts it. So wipe that one off. In other words, and little by little, pretty soon you'll scratch all the points of worry and all the points of frustration and all the points of disempowerment off your list, and you'll finally be who you are, free to be the joyous being that you are.